So I'd like to welcome Gary.avi with his speech called The Final Time Capsule. The Final Time Capsule, Gary.avi.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all I'd like to send out a big thank you to the Environment Minister, Mr. Peter Gary. Let me explain. Last night I was sent up into our roof to check out our recently installed, perhaps dodgy, insulation by a very worried family. I was unsure exactly what I was checking, but what I was meant to do up there, but being the man of the house, I bravely climbed the ladder with torch in hand and did a quick thorough look around the roof cavity to ensure that everything was in order. There I saw some fluffy stuff. Check. It seemed that the roof tiles had been put back on properly. Check. And at this point, thank goodness, I had yet to be electrocuted. Check. With that, I then had a bit of a look around with the torch, and in amongst my roof cavity, leaning on some bearers there, was a magnificent box. It was a box that I consider now a bit of a time capsule that, thanks to Peter Garrett, I've discovered recently. I proudly brought that box down. And it was a reminder to me of how life used to be when it was better run at 33 1/3 than as it seems today at a far more hectic pace of 45 RPM. It's a journey, ladies and gentlemen, that I'd like to share with you now. And it's a journey as I displayed my proud box to my children last night. They had a look at them. And they said, "Dad, what you mean they actually put the music on that black stuff and you could hear the music come out?" They were cachinnating themselves. Yes, kids, it's a marvellous time capsule. Let me share with you some memories I had. With that, they looked at their iPods and I proudly said to them, "I'd like to see you in 30 years try and explain to your children a similar type of time capsule occurrence." So, come with me on this wonderful journey. I was proud to say that it was a quality collection, filled with only the best artists. Or maybe not. It was a collection that wasn't just a fly-by-night one. You wouldn't see any one-hit wonders amongst this collection. Who remembers their music?
Adam and Adam.
I married my wife, and for those of us living in Australia during the 70s, 80s, about the three of us, I think, you're either a sherbet person or a Skyhooks person. My wife was a sherbet person, so she proudly had Darryl Braithwaite and the boys in all their 70s glitter in the sherbet. I, however, was a Skyhooks lad, and I had my proudest achievement. It was the first album I ever bought. It was Skyhooks, Straight in a Gay World. Not too PC now, but I remember with my record voucher birthday present, I took it down to Brushes at Southland and proudly bought Straight in a Gay World. Which brings us on to Throbbin' 84. A better memory of the period you won't find than Throbbin' 84. As I said, Straight in the Gay World. And here, when he had the whole world confused, was Elton John's latest hit, Kiss the Bride. Now, if ever there was an acronym then and there, it was Elton John with Kiss the Bride. I think he still had his own hair, or at least partially, at that point. It was a confusing time, and as I said, I've got some classic albums amongst here. These. This is Born in the USA, of course, by Bruce Springsteen. And I used to sing along to Born in the USA thinking what a patriotic song that was. Ronald Reagan was confused too, apparently. He said that many young, fine Americans should look up to the fine words of Born in the USA. I don't think anyone actually at the time understood that it was actually an anti-American song, and it's all about going off to war to fight at the Vietnamese and that type of thing. So I was a little confused there, but I loved the song and I loved the album anyway. So that was my patriotic side covered. My favourite love song of all time turned out to be a bit wrong too. It was one called Every Breath You Take. I thought it was a simple, beautiful love song. And if ever I was going to have a girlfriend, rather than hold up in the bedroom dreaming of being a Toastmaster, I would have sung to her Every Breath You Take. It was a confusing song too. It, however, happens to be about stalking, so... I wonder... up in not knowing what that song was. Here's my favourite album of all time, I just thought I'd put in. It's Dire Straits, Making Movies. A love song, Romeo Sings the Streets Are Serenade, Romeo and Juliet, probably my favourite song, I just thought I'd include that one. Which then gets us to the part of the collection where I'm a little sad to see those that have departed. Queen's greatest hits, Freddie Mercury, went far too early. John Lennon, Shaved Fish, far too early, gone too soon. And what a collection of fantastic songs are there. I'm one of 52 billion people, I think, that has Michael Jackson Thriller. Another fine example of someone went too soon. And Michael Hutchence from In Excess, gone too soon. I used to get in amongst it, and of course I had Saturday Night Fever. Look, it barely holds the albums. It was leaked through that many times. Not to be outdone, a bit more John Travolta and Grease, and my reason for being Top Gun. What a great album that was. Then came up the makeup stage. I was heavily into Kiss. Full collection of Kiss albums here. Kiss Alive 1, 2, and all the rest of it. The Australian bands got looking from me too. Cold Chisel, there's a classic Australian album. None of which can be played on anything I have at home at the moment. The turntable went long ago, and I found myself on eBay last night actually looking up turntables. So it's given me some indication that here is a classic collection of fantastic memories. Sure, you can't shuffle them quite as easily as you can on songs on an iPod these days, but I believe in amongst them is something that I'd like to thank Peter Garrett for, which is where we started this whole thing. And in amongst my roof was an album by Peter Garrett. So it looks like a few insulation bats have gone off in Sydney over there. Somewhat ironic. And here we are 30 years later, and if I could just leave you with this quote. Well, we've got the... Now, I love Midnight Oil, and I'm quite an admirer of Peter Garrett, but I think this is somewhat appropriate. Peter Garrett's own words from the song Helps Me, Helps You. Look at all the things I've done. Look at all the rights I wronged. The means will justify the end for you to save and me to spend. So quite ironic there I was. Amongst his spending, amongst my insulation, and I came across my vinyl time capsule. Thank you very much.